Well, I'll give you the word picture.
Okay.
I've had some lessons with another instructor, but
Yep.
I've never ever met you before.
Yep.
He has actually got the same car as you, so I'm familiar with the controls of the Fiesta. He said today we were going to look at turning the road by using forward and reverse gears.
Yep. Okay.
So my name's Tony.
All right, Tony. I'm Clark.
Clark. Hey, Clark.
How are you?
Thanks for filling in for my instructor.
No problems.
So I'll hand over to you unless you've got any questions.
No, it's terrific, Tony. If we're going to do turning the road today, can I ask you, have you done any reversing manoeuvres so far in any of your lessons?
No, we haven't done any yet.
Nothing. Okay, no problems. Have you done any straight line reversing?
No.
Okay.
We were going to do a bit last week, but I run out of time.
That's all right. We can do some of that today. And have you used creep and peak before at all?
Oh, is that the thing where I can't see when I'm emerging?
When you're emerging.
Oh, yeah, we've done that a few times now.
Great. And how did you manage to keep the car going at the really slow walking pace that you need for creep and peep?
Oh, it was coordination and foot pedals, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we'll use that again today.
Right.
And also what we'll be looking for today to help us with turning the road is big steering. So not little shuffles, but big turns from top to bottom. Have you done any of that sort of steering so far?
Oh, yeah, I think I steer like that all the time.
Good, all right. Well, what we'll do is we'll head over to the place where we'll do turning the road. And what I'm going to look for is just really smooth clutch control and also some big steering as well.
Oh, right.
All right.
Right.
Right, would you want to go through your cockpit? Do you want to get yourself set up in the car?
Yeah. Yep.
And what can you see out the interior mirror there, please, Tony?
Oh, I can see the top and bottom of the back window.
Yep.
I can see a bit of my head restraint, and I can see the corner of your window.
Terrific. And tell me, what can you see out the left mirror?
Oh, I can see the door handles.
Yep.
And I can see right down the pavement, pretty much right down the end of the road.
Excellent. And what about the right?
Same.
Excellent. All right.
Not the pavement, but I can see down the road.
Yeah. If you want to start the car.
All right.
Okay. So what we'll do is
Should I drive on?
Sorry?
Should I drive on?
What we'll do is just hold up for 2 seconds because there's a few cars coming behind you and there's another one just
Oh,
coming
yeah,
through the
I
junction
know.
behind.
Yeah, I know how to pull away.
Yep. So I'll tell you which direction we're going to head in.
Yeah.
And as you pull yourself out from behind this parked car here, I'll be looking for your really smooth clutch control
right,
and your big
right.
steering, yeah? So what sort of speed are you going to pull out of here at?
Oh, like just normal speed, isn't it?
So what? Describe that to me. Is that like a running pace or a slow walking pace to get around this car?
It'll be a walking pace, won't it?
Yeah, so slow walking pace. All right, Tony, so just when we pulled out there, it was a bit quick, wasn't it? Did you feel it was a bit fast?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I was a bit frightened there getting around that car.
Yeah. So what we want to do is, you had the clutch just set a little bit too high, so when you put the handbrake down, we just went forward a bit faster than you probably wanted to. So we'll just pick up that driving point again on the next time. And with your steering,
I thought I had the driving point there.
I think you had the driving point, but I think it was either maybe a little bit too much gas or the clutch was just set a little bit too high, because we just went forward quite quickly then. It was more than a slow walking pace.
So I don't need to bring the clutch up higher?
No, you want to have the clutch down a little bit further, maybe half the thickness of a pound coin.
Oh, right, half
Yeah.
thickness of pound coin. Right.
Yeah, just so we don't have that urgency when we pull away. And
Yeah, my other instructor is always saying little bits and big bits to me, but I never quite understand what little bits are and big bits are.
yeah, what I'll do, Tony, is I will always use the reference to the thickness of a pound coin.
Right.
Yeah, so it might be the full thickness, which obviously is just that bit, or it might be half the thickness, just whatever we need.
Yeah, because we all got interpretations of little bits and big bits, haven't we?
Of course we have, yeah. So when we're talking about steering, I might say a quarter of a turn or half a turn, or maybe 5 minutes or 10
At
minutes.
the roundabout, we're going to turn right, yes.
And at the roundabout we'll turn right. So are you familiar with what a quarter turn is and a half turn? Have you done any of that with Bob so far? It's okay if you haven't, that's alright. Have you done move away and stopping?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And when you were moving away from the road and coming back in, were you using 5 minutes and 10 minutes on the steering wheel?
We're going to turn right.
We'll turn right here, please.
Oh, that was that was about 8-9 lessons ago.
Yeah. When you turn in here, just don't shuffle so much. Do some big turns for me. So right hand to the top at 12 o'clock.
Right hand to the top.
Yeah, all the way down to
right,
the bottom.
yeah.
Bring
Yeah.
it down. That was better. That was better. We're probably turning a bit slow. So the way you turned in was better there because you had to shuffle less. But when you undid the steering, when you went to straighten up, you were still shuffling. So the big turns you were doing to turn in, use the same to turn out. I'll tell you why.
I brought my hand right at 12 o'clock to turn right.
Yeah. So when you're gonna straighten up, bring your right hand down to the bottom of the steering wheel and bring it up. Yeah? Like the opposite to what you did
And
to
we're
turn
gonna
in.
turn left.
Turn left here, please.
So just keep my left hand where it is.
Yeah, well, use your left hand kind of in the opposite way. So use your left hand to support your right hand. See how you're kind of shuffling there?
Yeah.
You can use your left hand from 12 o'clock and come all the way around. And use your right hand to
the
push the
right
steering
hand at
wheel
12
up.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that worked with the...
So you can do
the
that
right
for
hand.
both your left and right turns.
Oh, okay, I'll try that.
And do the opposite. Do exactly the same
we're
when you...
gonna turn left.
We'll turn left here. So I'll just look for you doing it here. So left hand to the top there.
All right, to the top. 12 o'clock.
Yep. And now bring it round. That's it. Brilliant. Try and do the same to undo to straighten up. That was a bit better. Again, just when you're straightening up, you can go further with your hand rather than before you're beginning the shuffle. The reason you want to do it, Tony, is because when we do things like turning the road or parking the car, it's much easier for you, and it's kind of safer because you're going to be able to complete your turns sooner.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on that.
And we're going to turn left.
And we'll turn left of here, please. So just when you pull away from the emerge, I'm just going to watch for that really good clutch control. So, yeah, you got the clutch set too high there, Tony. Go down thickness of a pound coin.
All right, yeah.
And come off the gas just the half thickness of a pound coin. Guess what it
I'll
said?
be right off the gas then.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I thought the needle was a bit higher than it was. That's good. What you've got set there now. And just bring up the thickness of a pound coin on the clutch.
Oh, I didn't do the 12 o'clock there.
That's all right, we'll pick up the steering. We'll just focus on the
And we're
clutch.
going to turn left.
We'll go left here. So remember, left hand up to 12
I
o'clock.
was just coming out of road.
Yeah.
You want me to do it? Watch me, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Right, you don't need to watch the road, 'cause I'm not going to kill you, am I?
No,
Yeah?
that's great, Tony. That's really good.
Oh, right,
So
yeah.
straight that. And do you find that easier?
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, if you've practiced that,
This will be a suitable road. If you can just
This-
find a safe and
this will be-
convenient legal stopping place, no need to worry about any driveways.
okay, Tony, just if you can pull off on the left where it's safe to do so. Don't worry about any driveways. And just as long as it's safe and convenient and legal. Great. So what we'll do is we'll just have a relax for a few seconds.
Shall I leave the engine running?
Yeah, no, switch the engine off.
All right.
Yeah. Feel free to put your window down if you want a bit of fresh air
Oh,
there.
thanks.
And I'm just going to grab my book here, and we're going to have a bit of have a look at the brief of doing turning the road.
All right, yeah.
All right. So look at. Some people call it a 3-point turn. It used to be called that a long time ago.
No, it never would.
Oh, wasn't it?
No.
Okay. If you ever hear it to referred to as that, it doesn't matter how many times it takes as long as it's
All
done
right,
safely.
yeah.
All right. Okay. You remember when you did move away and stopping?
Yeah, a bit of a while ago, but
Yeah. Do you remember ever using the POM routine?
I use a POM routine every day. When I'm
Terrific.
driving every lesson.
Great. We're going to use that today.
All right.
Yeah. Because I'll go through this briefly with Tony.
All
So,
right.
turn the road. There's a few reasons why you might need to turn in the road. One, you may drive down a road which is a dead end.
I probably could have told you that.
Yeah. Of course you could have. You
Oh
of
yeah,
it-
I live in a dead end.
Right. And can you think of any other places where you might need to do, any other reasons why you might need to do a turn in the road?
Oh yeah, I know that one because my instructor had to turn the car around for me on my second lesson because they were dropping a skip off and it looked like they were going to be there all day.
Yeah.
So he swapped over seats and he turned the car around and faced it the opposite way.
I'm with you. Okay. Terrific. So obviously the reason we practice this is because you're going to use it in driving all the time.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one other thing before we move on. Just have a quick look at this picture here for me.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a bit like a hump or a curve or a bridge in the road. This is called camber. And a lot of roads are built with this kind of hill in them, if you like. And what it is, it's so when it rains, rainwater drains off the road
Oh, right.
to keep it safe, and it gets the rain in the gutter and in the drains. The reason I'm showing you this is because you imagine when we're turning, you know, when you're driving the car up the hill and you need to give it a little bit more gas sometimes, yeah? And then when you're coming down the hill, you give the car a little bit less gas, yeah? Because the car needs some more help to get up the hill, but it will roll down the hill on its own. So as we kind of go up and over the crest, we need to just remember, keep in the back of your mind, that as we come back down towards the curb, the car might want to try and gain some momentum. So we'll be covering the brake. Are you familiar with that term, cover the brake? Yeah. So we'll be covering the brake, and just be ready and anticipate that the car might want to go a little bit quicker than what you think.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So a quick brief now. So we're going to use the POM routine, which you're familiar with. So we're going to start the car here where we're parked. And the idea, Tony, is that we're going to prepare the car to move, do our observations, which I'll go through with you in detail when we do it.
No problem means.
Yep. So we're going to pull across the road. Yeah, so we're going to use that really good clutch control with the coordination of pedals that you've been showing me, because we want to do this at a slow walking pace. Yeah, but I want you to do the big steering that you've just been practicing. We want to drive slow and turn fast. So we're going to pull the car over here. I'm going to stop you twice to pick up 2 reference points.
All right.
And I'll explain them on the move, okay? But the reference points are basically to help you complete the manoeuvre.
Okay.
And importantly, never to mount the curb on either side of the road.
All right. Yeah.
There could be pedestrians on there and we can damage the car. All right. Then we're going to prepare the car to move again, Tony. We're going to look through the back window because we're always going to steer we're always going to drive where we're looking. Yeah. We're going to reverse the car backwards.
Oh, just look through the back window, yeah.
Yeah. After we've done our observation.
All right. Yeah.
When we're reversing the car back, the first part of it we're going to look through the back window.
All right.
And then the second part of it, you're going to look through your blind spot over your right shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you need to be looking at the curb here because that's what you're driving towards. Yep. Once we've done that, I'm going to pick up 2 reference points for you again. And then we'll set the car, we'll prepare the car and we'll move forward.
All right.
And we've completed the
Sounds
manoeuvre.
easy.
We'll give it a go.
Right.
How does that sound?
Right. So I can do these. I can do these turns in the road anywhere because it's really handy, isn't it?
Look, unless it says, look, there's a sign up here for you. Unless it says there's no U-turns permissible.
Oh yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that.
You wouldn't do them there. And you know, I would, if you're going to do them, I certainly wouldn't do them like in a busy main road. If you need to turn around on a busy main road, turn into a side street and do it there. So we've got a quiet environment here where we are. But obviously if you see this sign, can't do it at all. All right.
What's that one?
One-way streets. Obviously you can't do a turn in the road in a one-way street.
Oh, of course, I'll be facing the wrong way, wouldn't I?
Yeah, of course
I'd
you
see
would,
another
yeah.
one to get back before the
Yeah.
police catch me, wouldn't
Yeah, that's right. Do you have any other questions before we start?
I? No.
Terrific. All right, I'm going to put my book away. If you just get yourself ready and set the car up.
Oh, I've already done that before, haven't I?
Yeah. So if you would just want to start the car for me.
All right.
So obviously, Tony, we're going to use first gear to do this manoeuvre. It's important that we don't get third, because when we start the manoeuvre, we'll probably stall the car.
Oh, okay.
And then we might be halfway
Yeah,
out of the
yeah,
junction by then.
yeah.
All right.
Right.
So, if you want to prepare the car to move.
First gear.
Yep, well done. First gear, that's good. And what do you do next? You set the gas.
Yeah.
Well done.
Very much so.
Yeah. Okay, that's too much clutch there, Tony. Put the clutch down the thickness of a pound coin for me.
All right.
That's better. See how the car's not urging to go forward now,
All right,
but it
yeah.
will when you take the handbrake off.
Yeah.
So you've got the car set to go. You can. That's a bit too much gas there. It's important not to use too much gas, because when you take the clutch out, we're going to go shooting off down the road.
Out. I'm going to take the clutch out, have I?
So when you bring the clutch up,
All right.
if the gas is set too high, like you've got it set too high now,
Yeah.
we're going to shoot off down the road.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So just bring a half thickness of a pound coin off the gas for
All
me.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and you just hear that tone in the engine. You can
Oh,
hear that
yeah.
kind of noise now, that lively
Yeah.
hum. That's probably what we're looking for.
All right.
Yeah. And when you bring the clutch up, you had it up a little bit too high there before, where the car's lurching to go. If you have the clutch up too high, when you put your handbrake down, the car's going to shoot off again.
Oh, of course.
I remember
yeah.
we're looking for this walking pace, slow
right.
walking
Yeah,
pace.
I'll be
Yeah.
down there before I know it, wouldn't I?
Yeah, exactly. So now you've got the car set, we're going to need to do observation.
All right.
Yep. So I need you to. Well, first we're going to do is check the interior mirror
All right. Yeah.
and just make sure there's no one coming behind you.
No, there's no-
Yeah. And then we're going to check the left mirror, Tony. You want to have a look at the left mirror?
All right.
You're looking for pedestrians. Yeah. Or anyone who might walk past the car. Because we're parked now, they might start crossing the road in front of us.
Oh.
We don't want to knock them over, do we?
Obviously, have a quick look there, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Have a look over your shoulder, by all
Nobody's
means.
there now.
Yep. And then we need to look ahead, make sure there's no one coming up the road, which is nice and clear, isn't it?
No, he's walking away, isn't
Yeah. Check your right mirror. Just look for anyone overtaking you,
he? No.
and you'd let them go if there were. And then at that point, you can put the handbrake down.
All right.
and we're ready to go. So I want you to look where you're turning to, nice and slow.
I'm frightened there. I thought it was somebody going past me.
Oh, you know, that's because we've got to check the blind spot, which is my fault entirely.
Yeah, you got to remember, just out of road.
Yeah.
The observations have got to go around the car, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What manoeuvre is it that we do where we're not doing the full obs anymore when we pull away? We're just doing the interior mirror, left, right. I think there's a movie we did last week where we used to do full obs and now we're not doing full obs.
Well, because we're doing a manoeuvre.
Yeah.
If I was driving straight away from the curb, yeah. What I said to you a few weeks ago was that if you've been having training with somebody else and they encourage you to do a 6-point check,
Yep.
well then I wouldn't change that. I'd leave you to it, yeah.
Yep.
But in my opinion, it's not necessary to do the 6-point check to move away.
Yep.
From a normal park position into the road.
Yep.
Unless I know there is somebody standing there.
Yeah.
Like a group of kids having a fag or a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm with you. So we're going to do obs all the way around, and then the last thing we're going to check is the blind spot on the right.
That's got to be, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
start left all the way around and go.
Yeah. So just think how you done it for your part 2, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
If you'd have pulled away without checking that blind spot, it wouldn't have gone down too well, would it?
No. Okay.
Right, so I've got the car prepared, yeah?
Brilliant. So what we'll do, Tony, you got the car ready.
Yeah.
We're going to do observation. So I want you to look over your left shoulder, look out the back window here for me, and just tell me what you can see over there.
I can see that lamppost.
Yeah, and then come glance past me now. Look out this window.
I can see that car in that drive.
Excellent. Now look across. Look for anyone coming towards us or around,
No,
and then
no.
over to this pavement.
Nobody there.
Check out your driver's window there. Look to your right. Tell me what you can see over there.
No, nobody there.
And then look through your blind spot for me and tell me what you can see through your blind spot. Look, I need you to turn right round. Look over your right shoulder.
Yeah.
Look between the head restraint
Oh,
and the
between
pillar.
the head restraint.
Yeah, that's better. Tell me what can you see down there?
Oh, I can see that silver car in that driveway.
Yeah, excellent. No kiddies around coming and playing? All right. So we're ready
I suppose
to...
that silver car could reverse out, couldn't he?
Yeah, it could. And that's why it's important to check the blind
Yeah.
spot. The blind spot's going to show you things that you won't see in your mirror.
All right.
All right. So you got the car set to go. We've done our observation, so you can put the handbrake down now.
Yeah.
And we're going to go slow and turn fast to your right, Tony.
I'll turn fast.
Yeah. Big steers like we did before. And just cover the brake for me.
Yeah.
Put the clutch down and brake thickness of about 5.
All right.
Okay. That was a little bit quick. We'll probably try and do it a little bit slowly next time.
I noticed when I covered the brake, it didn't stop the car, did it?
No. So next time what I'll do is I'll ask you to cover the brake earlier, and I'll ask you to put a thickness of a £1 coin
Oh,
on the
right,
brake.
right.
Yeah.
Silly me, sorry.
It was my fault. Silly me. So Tony, what I've asked you to stop here for is I want you to have a look at where the curb on the right there comes into the side of the car.
Oh, just ahead of that door mirror.
Brilliant. So this is your first reference point. It's your reference point so you know where you can start to turn in the opposite direction.
Oh, right, yeah.
So in a minute we are going to move the car a little bit further forward. But when we do that, I want you to turn the steering wheel when we're not moving, because that can damage the tyres and it can damage the power steering function of the car. It's called dry steering.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So we only want to turn the steering wheel when we're actually moving the car.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
So in a moment, when I ask you to, we're just going to go forward, maybe just this much further, maybe just 30 centimetres or so.
Yeah.
And while we're doing that, I want you to turn the steering wheel towards me
All right.
in big steers. Okay? But this reference point is your first reference point, so you know when to take the steering off.
Yeah, so I've got to settle the gas and...
So this
press
time,
the button point.
because we're going downhill, remember I showed you the camber on the picture? When you take your foot
Oh,
off
I've
the
got
brake...
lazy memory.
All right, remember the camber in the road? Like the road's built on a bit of a curve, so the rainwater drains off?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because we're going downhill a bit, as soon as you start to ease off the brake this time, the car's going to move forward.
All right.
So we don't need to use the gas and we don't need to use the clutch. Leave your foot on the clutch where it is,
Yeah.
because you're in gear. And I want you to turn the steering wheel
Well, I've
towards
got
me.
to take my foot fully off the brake, haven't I?
I want you to bring it off slowly and the car will slowly start to roll.
But I've got to come off it completely, haven't
Not
I?
all, no, just the thickness of a £1 coin at a time.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah. So bring it off thickness
I
of a
think
£1
that
coin.
£1 coin really helps.
Yeah. And when it rolls, turn to me now,
All right.
as quick as you can. Big steers, Tony.
Yeah.
Stop there.
All right.
Brilliant. If you have a look out your window now, Tony, just keep your feet still, look out the window for me, and just see where that curve there comes into the car.
Oh, underneath that door mirror.
Right. I want you to remember that reference point. This is your reference point to make sure you never encroach on the curb, you never mount the curb, and we don't hang the front of the car over the curb. Because if there's pedestrians on the curb, we're going to injure them.
Oh, right.
We're going to cause an accident, okay? That's what your second reference point's for. So what we need to do now is we're going to set the car to go backwards. So we need you to select reverse for me. Put the handbrake on.
No.
Keep your feet where they are. Select reverse. You've picked up fourth there. So it's really important to make sure you always get reverse, because if you get fourth, we're going to go forwards and you expect it to go back.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll probably mount the curb as well.
Just give me a slap on my prat.
No, not at all. So what we're going to do now, we need to do our observation before we move back. So what we need to do is you need to look down the left-hand side of the road for me. Make sure there's no one coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look across. Look to the right. Make sure no car's coming down.
Yeah.
And then I want you to look in your blind spot there. Check that curb behind you. Make sure there's no one using the curb. And then when we move back, Tony, what can you see over there?
I can see that house behind me.
Great. And when we reverse back, I want you to look out the back window. So I want you to turn around now, look over your left shoulder.
Oh, left shoulder.
Left shoulder. Now turn and look through the back window there.
That's a lot of looking, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we need to make sure that it's safe to reverse backwards.
Would it be okay if I just started this side and
Yeah.
finished off that side?
Yeah, we can do that.
Because otherwise my neck's going to be really sore, isn't it?
Okay. Should we try that now?
All right, yeah.
So look through your blind spot for me.
Oh, yeah. Between,
Or your right shoulder.
between the headrest.
Between the headrest and the pillar.
Yeah.
And then scan around to your left. Keep going. Check this pavement now. Look straight ahead.
What am I looking here for?
You're looking for any cars coming down the road.
Oh, no.
Looking for any pedestrians on the path.
Yeah.
Keep coming to your left.
Yeah.
Look straight ahead. Any pedestrians?
No.
Look to your left then. Anyone using the road?
No.
And now come around and look through this back window for me.
All right.
Turn
Yeah.
right over your left shoulder. Look through the back window.
Yeah.
You're looking at me. I want you to turn
All right,
right
yeah.
around.
All right.
That's better.
Yeah.
And then you can set the car to go.
All right.
And look through the back window for me, Tony. Look.
I am, yeah.
See
Yeah.
where you're looking. Keep going
Yeah.
nice and slow. That's it.
Yeah.
Look through the back window.
Yeah.
You're looking at me. Look through the back window.
All right.
That's it. Look where you're going. Keep going. Safe to do. You can keep looking through the back window.
All right.
You can keep going. Look through your back window, Tony.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I don't have to steer, do I?
Yes, do it to me.
All right, yeah.
Now look through your back window.
Yeah.
Look where you're going. And now just stop there for me.
All right.
Sorry,
Sorry.
Tony. I should have told you to put the clutch in there. At this point, what I want you to do is, you still need to go back further,
Yeah.
but I want you to look through your blind spot now instead.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah.
So look through your blind spot,
All
turn right around,
Yeah.
now go back further, like
Yeah.
you were before. That's a good speed.
Yeah.
Hold it there. Keep the brake covered for me. Look through your blind spot,
All right,
Tony.
yeah,
You're not
yeah,
looking where you're driving. Right, stop there for me.
All right.
Thank you. So what we need to do now, Tony, is look through your right window and see where the curb comes into the car.
Oh, it's about a quarter way along that window.
Excellent. That's your. Just keep your feet still. That's great.
Yeah. Shall we just...
Yeah, just
Yeah.
wave this guy through for me.
Yeah, you check the road and tell me it's safe to do so.
Yeah, it's safe to do so. Wave him through. I thought he was parking up. Okay, so this first reference point for you, Tony, is so you know when to start turning in the opposite direction.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
So when we're moving the car, and I'll tell
Yeah.
you when, we're going to turn towards you in big steers.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. The car might move back just on the brake on its own because we've got a slight downhill there. If not, you'll just have to bring the car to the driving point on the clutch, and it will move back for us.
So how do I know if it'll go back on the brake?
Bring the brake off. I think let's have a £1 coin at a time.
All right.
There,
Oh, it's
see-
moving, yeah.
Yeah, so turn the other way when it's moving. Turn
All
towards
right.
you in big
All right,
steers.
yeah.
Look where you're going
All
through,
right, yeah,
through your
yeah,
blind
yeah,
spot.
yeah.
Turn in big steers. Stop
Yeah.
there for me.
Yeah.
Terrific. Now you have a look now where the curb comes into the car.
Oh, just in the corner of that window.
Great. So that's your reference point to never go any further back than this. Because if you go any further back, we're going to mount the curb. So that's what your reference point's for. It's
All right.
important that you never mount the curb because if there's a pedestrian there, we might knock them over.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now, Tony, is we're going to set the car to go forward. So if you can set first gear for me, get yourself pop the handbrake on,
All right, yeah.
pop into first. It's important to make sure you get
All
first.
right.
Great.
I stalled otherwise, wouldn't I?
Yeah, that's exactly right. You remembered. Set the gas as you would usually. Prepare the car to go.
I'll prepare the car to go, yeah.
Yep.
All right, yeah.
Just put the clutch down a centimetre. Sorry, I think it's a £1 coin for me. That's better. That's better. Now we need to do an observation. So look to the left for me.
All right.
Look out this window, Tony.
All right, yeah.
Anyone coming?
No.
Check the path over there. Any pedestrians
No.
crossing the road? Any
No.
cars coming from the right?
Oh, there's a taxi.
Well, we've got
coming.
time to go. So we've done our observation. You can pop the handbrake down now, and then you can pull away.
I'm a bit worried about a taxi.
Okay. Well, if you're worried, stay where you are. And what we'll do is we'll check both sides of the road. I've checked it safe. Wave him through.
Oh,
He's going to come to anyway. Right, we're going to do our observations again.
All right.
So look to the left for me. Look up towards me. Look down the road. Is there anyone coming?
Is that a pedestrian walking behind me?
Well, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
well,
no, it's not, no.
check behind. Now look
Yeah.
down the road for me. Yep. Look around to the front. Just
Yeah.
check to your right.
Oh, yeah.
And
No.
then take your handbrake off.
Right.
And just nice and slow on the clutch.
Slow.
Bring it up to the thickness of a £1 coin.
All right. I'm going to stop on the left.
Stop on the left here. Keep your feet still, pop the car into neutral and put the handbrake on, and you can relax.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Why were you encouraging me to go in
rusty.
front of that taxi?
I thought you have enough time to walk across the road and back.
Yeah, what must I not force that car to do?
Swerve, stop,
Yeah.
swear.
You got to remember, we're the one doing the manoeuvre.
Yeah.
This is out of road, by the way. We're the one doing the manoeuvre.
Yeah.
So even though the taxi's come off my right,
Yeah.
and I'm on the right side of the road, it's got to be his decision whether he's going to go around me or not, yeah?
Yep.
And if he decides to go around me, I certainly mustn't block his way, yeah?
Yeah. Fair enough.
We can actually get rid of them. Yeah, you were good, very proactive with the observations there.
Yep.
Just a little bit of confusion at the. We went from A to B,
Yeah.
and I was kind of. How's it looking? Oh yeah, you started me off over here, and then
Yeah.
brought me back round there, and then brought me back round there again.
Yeah. I did the jobs a bit mixed up.
Yeah, so I have a deal. Where I come around from, I want to finish up looking in the right place, don't I?
Yeah.
Um,
So I'll get that right the next time.
yeah, yeah, generally very good. Obviously a bit of a boo-boo at the beginning. I had to come out of roll to tell you that it's really important I check the blind spot.
Yeah.
And you even did mention on the brief, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so, yeah, you controlled me quite well. There was a little bit of,
Yeah, covering the brake, not telling you to actually use the brake.
yeah, but that's, but you got me in time.
Yep.
Yeah, because obviously covering the brake's not going to stop the car, is it? Especially going down the camber.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Right, so we've done one.
Yep.
So is there any bits of that I should remember?
What I take from that is you were finally getting the car set to go. You might remember some of the obs, but you might not. You might remember looking out. You have to look out the back window when you reverse backwards because I made you do it.
Yeah.
Went on about it so much.
Yeah.
And you would probably remember this time your big steering because it did help you when you
Right,
started
so
to use
obviously you can prompt me and see what I can remember, yeah?
it. Yeah.
Oh, another bit I was going to mention. It's a good idea to keep me in the loop about what you're doing.
Mm.
You were waving cars past there, but it would have been nice just to keep me informed of what you're doing because you got to remember I've got to do this manoeuvre myself eventually, haven't I?
Yeah, fair
Yeah?
enough. I'll do that this time.
So you could have just said to me, Tony, I'm waving these vehicles past, or I'm going to ask you if they're on my side to wave them past.
Yep.
But I am checking up and down the road that it's clear, yeah?
Sure.
Otherwise, I'll be getting the impression of anybody comes, I just wave them past, but I might not look all around me, yeah?
No problems.
Yeah?
Yep. I'll pick that up this time.
It's all about detail, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah, so we'll try number 2 then.
Okay. All right, Tony. We'll do another turn in the road
Yeah.
from here. Okay. So if you want
I'll get
to,
the car ready, haven't I?
yeah, prepare the car.
All right.
Remember, it's you got first. That's terrific.
Yeah, prompt me.
Do you remember why it's important not to get third?
Oh, so I don't stall, yeah.
Yeah, excellent. And then what would you do next?
I don't have to look all around me.
You've got the car set to go, and then we're going to do our observation. Where we're going to start the observation?
Oh, I know how to get the car ready. I've done POM on my second lesson.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to do the observation now.
Yeah.
So where do you remember where we started?
Oh, in the mirror.
Yeah. Anyone coming?
No.
Okay, and what's the next mirror?
Oh, I'll quickly go my shoulder to make sure no pedestrians
Yep.
coming down
So
the
you're going to
coast.
start here
Nobody
and
there.
work yourself all the way around.
Nobody there.
Yep.
There's nobody ahead of me.
Yep.
So I can go now, can't I?
Have you checked your right?
All right.
Check the right mirror, look to your right, and then lastly, what's the last thing you check? There's a blind spot.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
where is the blind spot?
Oh, between the head restraint and the door
Yeah.
filler.
What can you see over there?
Oh, you see that lamppost down there?
Yeah. Any kiddies playing in the coming
No.
out the driveway?
No.
Terrific. So if you've got the car set to go, we've
Yep.
done our observation now. So remember, we're going to go slow walking pace, big turns to
Oh,
you.
right, yeah.
Yeah? Put the handbrake all the way down properly.
All right.
That's great. It's important not to have it up, otherwise we'll stall the car.
It's hard to tell, though, isn't it?
It is, but look for the light on the dash
Oh,
when
right,
you put
yeah,
it down.
yeah.
So big turns to you, big
Oh,
turns,
right,
Tony,
yes,
top
big
to
turns,
bottom.
yeah.
Remember, it just makes it easier
Yeah,
for you,
yeah.
and we'll complete the manoeuvre quicker. Okay, cover the brake for me.
All right.
Think of a pound coin the brake and put the
All
clutch
right.
in.
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. Look to your right hand side and see where the curb comes into the car there, Tony.
Oh, just ahead of that door mirror where it was on the front.
Great. So remember, that's your first reference point. so you know when to start to undo the turning to straighten up.
I might have remembered that.
Oh yeah, sorry, you would have done. So remember,
that's my reference point. So when I take the steers off, isn't it?
yes. And we want the car to, when I ask you to, I want you to go forward a little bit further. Do you remember how we did it last time?
I'll take my foot right off the brake, don't I?
You take it off a thickness of a pound coin at a time, because the car's going to roll for you as soon as you ease off the brake.
And I bring the clutch up.
You leave the clutch exactly where it is.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. And turn towards me, big turns.
Yeah.
Big turns. Stop there for me, please,
right.
Tony. Well done, that was good. What we're going to do is, we're just going to stay still for a second. I'm just going to wave this car through.
All right.
It's coming through now.
And me getting to switch your bloody phone off and I leave mine on. What a crap, sorry.
I'll just wave this lady through. I've checked it's nice and safe. She's coming through.
Yeah.
Right. Have a look out your right window there, Tony, and tell me where the curb comes into the car now.
Just the same place the last time, just on the door mirror.
Great. So this is your reference point, Tony, for
Never
never...
foot on the brake now, couldn't I?
No, leave your foot on the brake for me. Keep your feet still.
Oh, it rolled, didn't it?
Yeah. Actually, what we can do, Tony, at this point is pop the handbrake on for
right,
me.
yeah.
And you can even put the car in neutral if you like. Just relax your feet. What you want you to do now is look at where the curb comes into the car. And you told me it was near your mirror, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right. This is the point where I never want you to ever go any further forward. Because what do you think would happen if we went any further forward now?
Oh, I think I might be able to answer that.
What's that?
If I overhang the curb, I could hit a pedestrian, couldn't I?
Yeah, you could. And you can also damage the car.
Yeah, it's your car, I'm not worried about that, but I don't hit a pedestrian.
Oh, do things. It will be your car one day and you won't want to damage it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we need to do, Tony, is set the car to go backwards.
All right.
So if you want to do that, prepare for me.
In reverse.
Just remember not to get fourth. Remember why it was important not to get fourth?
Oh, you said I don't want to be looking that way and go that way, do I?
Yeah, because we'll be on the curb looking in the other
Yeah.
direction. So the point of this next part of the manoeuvre is, Tony, just before I would do your observations, we're going to turn towards me. You're going to look out and drive through by looking through the back window. And we're going to turn quickly, and we're going to drive very slowly.
I'm going to get ready for something.
So you set the car.
Yeah.
Just, you probably have a tiny... Oh yeah, your gas is fine. What I want you to do is we're going to do the observation now.
Yeah.
So remember, I want you to start with your left shoulder. Look out the back window for me.
Oh, that really hurts. You make me go all the way around again.
Well, okay, start at your right blind spot.
All right. Yeah.
Look between the headrest and the...
Right.
Yeah. Start there. Now come around. Look, tell me what you can see over there.
There's nobody on the pavement.
Right, so keep scanning round. Scan round to your left.
Yeah, what am I looking for?
Well, you're looking for cars coming up the road towards you.
Right, yeah.
Any pedestrians on the pavement.
No.
Yep. And keep coming around to your left. Anyone coming this way?
No.
Down the road?
No.
Okay, and I want you to swing over your left shoulder now. Look over your left shoulder.
All right.
Look out the back window.
All right.
Make sure it's nice and clear.
Yeah, it's
And
clear.
if it's clear, keep looking out the back window. Take the handbrake down.
All right.
Take it down all the way.
All right.
Otherwise we'll stall.
Red light,
Turn
yeah.
towards me. Big
All right.
steers. Look where you're driving, Tony.
Yeah.
Look out the back window, mate.
Yeah.
Now go back. Look
Yeah.
where you're going.
All right, yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
looking. Keep
Yeah.
looking. That's it. Keep looking. Keep looking. Keep looking. Now cover the brake for me.
Yeah.
Put your clutch down.
Oh, I'm still moving, huh?
That's fine. Keep moving. Keep going. Keep looking where you're going. All right, and stop there for me.
All right.
Terrific. Now what I'd like you to do is swing round and look over your blind spot now, because we need to go a little bit further
That's
back.
on my head, you mean?
Yeah, turn your head.
Yeah.
Look over your right shoulder.
All
Look
right,
through your
yeah.
blind spot.
Oh, yeah.
Now I just want you to go back a little bit further. I'll tell you when to stop. Just check there's no one on the curb.
I'll set the gas.
Set the, you don't need to set the gas. The car, just use the brake only. The car should roll back for you. Just thickness of a pound coin off the brake at a time.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is rolling, yeah.
Brilliant. Terrific. And just stop there for
All
me. Just keep your feet still. I'm just going to wave this person through. I've checked it's nice and safe.
All right, yeah.
So you can squeeze through there, okay? Terrific. Okay, keep looking at your blind spot now, Tony,
Yeah.
for me. And we're gonna. This is your first reference point. So if you look at where the curb comes into the car, just tell me where that
about
is.
a quarter way along that window.
Yeah. This is your point where you would take the steering off,
Oh, right.
and we're going to turn
I
the
remember
opposite
that
direction. Do you?
one. Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Do you remember what we did?
Yeah, just coming out a roll. If you want to find out what I can remember,
Yeah,
ask.
I know.
Yeah?
I keep forgetting. So, Tony, do you remember what we did at this point when we did it last time to take the steering off?